What's up, party people? Today we are going to be looking at Dekaron's 15th anniversary event. And I bet you're asking yourself, is this update any good? Is it worth coming back to play Dekaron? And I am sure to answer all those questions in this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any of this epic content. Let's get this party started. Dekaron 15th Anniversary Celebration. Now, this post got my attention right away because there's some cool animations and graphics. So let's take a look at this. Salutations, Dekaron, and come one, come all. Sharpen your skee ball technique and save room for some junk food because there's a fair that has come to our Deca. That sounds exciting. So last week they kicked off a giveaway, 15 years since Dekaron's original launch, so why stop the celebration? So the 15th Anniversary Theme Park is a solo dungeon open to characters 100 or higher. Now, I'm already excited about this because anytime they have an event dungeon, the event dungeons tend to be a lot of fun. So this immediately has my attention and will have me logging in just because I think these are so much fun. There's a reason to come in and play, not a reason just to come in and buy something. So that's really exciting. So as you can see here, you'll be able to get 2 anniversary tickets per day for a reasonable price of 150k del each. You can also receive 2 additional via the connection rewards. And looks like this is the new emblem, which looks really cool, so hopefully it's not too hard to obtain. When you enter the festival, you'll randomly be whisked to one of 6 rooms where you'll have to fight for your prize in each room challenge. And in each room, there's a top tier reward you can get, which is probably the lowest drop rate, I would imagine. But we have the Corrupted Syphilids tier 6 exchange box. That's really nice. Transcendental Fate Growth Wings, very good for leveling. New type Rash Guard costume and Summoner Shark Bag, or Summer Shark Bag. I have no idea what that is. 0.5% penetration stone box, that's okay, I guess. New costume, and then a unique pet, the Porsche to be exact. So the rewards look really good. I don't know how realistic it actually is to get them, but the rewards look really good. So once you're victorious, you'll be given an experience reward and a random box. Oh, you get an experience reward too. I wonder how the experience reward is, so we'll check that out in a minute here. And a box that's unique to each room and contains your prize, so that's really cool. As you can see here, it looks like they just took the dungeon layout from Undo Mizuki's training ground and they kind of outfitted it for this event, but that's fine by me. It looks pretty cool. They put in some roller coasters and stuff, although I doubt any of those are actually in game, but I like the thought. So we're going to go down here. Carnies get sleazier and more aggressive every year. That's a little funny. There's just some monsters and zombies going after a little DK. So here are the reward-specific boxes. So after you get a specific box, as you can see, there's a top prize, and the top prize correlates to whichever room you get teleported to. And then in addition to that, there's some other rewards. So you got card fortune boxes, which I'm guessing are buffs. The 15th Anniversary Emblem, which I'm sure a lot of us are interested in. There's a strawberry backpack, unique pet, XP scrolls, brand locks. Looks like a lot of good stuff. Condensed R-gates. And then there's this Dekaron collection box. Now, it's interesting. So the Dekaron collection box breaks this down even more. So there's like a box with random box within a box that just gives you more of the older anniversary items. And I've already seen a couple of those running around in game. So that's cool. And I'm going to go check that out right now, actually, guys. Let's run a dungeon. I know that the dungeon is pretty quick, so I think we'll have time to do it, and it shouldn't be a problem. But all you have to do is go to the NPC here, who I saw earlier, and now I can't find for some reason. I swear she was, like, right here. I don't know why I can't see her. Let's go to Calibus. I know she was here. This is kind of silly. Oh, she's on the other side. I'm dumb. She's over here. Here she is. Hanny, the Queen of Festival. You can see here. She kind of looks kind of cool, so they took some time making her character, which is nice. So we're going to go here. We're going to grab the free ticket. And once again, you can get another free ticket via the Connection Time rewards. You get 1 from Connection Time and 1 from Monster Hunting, although they are pretty far in there. So if you're like me, I might do the timed one if I just leave my character running, but I don't plan on farming like thousands of mobs just to get 1 ticket. I'm just not going to take my time to do it. But let's go ahead and check this out. So we got our ticket. We're going to head on in. There's like a cool looking little loading screen as you go in, which excites me. So this area looks kind of cool. And as you can see, when you first go in, there's this little 15th anniversary statue looking thing right here, which is really cool. That was not here before, and now we get teleported to one of the rooms. So I got teleported to one of the rooms that actually doesn't have any monsters. It just has the one treasure box, so we'll go ahead and open that. We'll also see if we get any experience here. I'm level 195, 64.59%, so let's go ahead and hit that. And I did get 0.2%, so I guess that's okay, although not super exciting. So for this first drop, we got a Quinn's card, which PvE damage resistance 10%, that's really good, and then some death and one death moonstone. So overall, you know, it was okay. I didn't get any of the special things, but we'll run this one more time just while we're recording here, just to take a look, just so you guys get an idea of what this is like. I probably won't get the chest room again. I'll probably have to actually fight something. So let's go ahead and let's head in again. And once inside, as you can see, we're here again, and then you just gotta wait for this to commence. I like this. You know, they took the time to add something in-game, you know, that represents the 15th anniversary of Dekaron, so, you know, I'm all for that. Looks cool. The rewards look really good, although I can tell already that the only way that you're gonna, like, really get a lot of the rewards is probably if you run this on, like, a million alts, and if you're, or alts, sorry, alt accounts. And if you're like me, I mean, I'm just not... I'm just not really willing to, like, put in the time that way. I mean, if it was just, I could just run the dungeon on my normal account, like, I would do that, but why do I have to, like, log into, like, a million different accounts just to try to get the rewards I want? I find that really annoying, and, like, I'm just not going to do that. That's why I think multi-logging is so bad for this game. I was really happy that one time when they disabled it, but I doubt we'll ever get that again. But I think it'd be much healthier. Anyway, that's, like, on another tangent here. Oh, here, sorry, this spawned already. I'm, like, talking away. Oops, I'm stuck. I did do this on my wizard earlier too, and you'll see that these monsters are not very strong. So I think this is the only thing I have to kill. I don't think I have to kill anything else. So let's go ahead and kill that. And then right there, we got our fragrant box, and we got the experience too. Experience was much lower in this one. So let's go ahead. We're going to open up our box here. As you can see here, so this one, the top tier reward is the new kindergarten costume exchange box, but you can still get any of the other things in there. So let's go ahead and take a look. See what we get, and we got more cards. So I did not get anything exciting for you guys, but I was kind of hoping I would. So I'm going to go ahead and walk out of here, and then we will go back to the post and see what else this update has brought us. So let's go ahead and get out of here, and we're going to head back over to the post. So for the duration of the Anniversary Festival, the Connection Rewards will provide 2 extra tickets. So as I mentioned earlier, these tickets are now in there. As you can see, 5th reward. So that's 1 hour, 2 hours. After 2.5 hours, you can get one here. Kind of steep, in my opinion. I feel like it should be lower down the list, but whatever. And then you have to kill 100, 200, 400, 800, 1,200 monsters for the 15th park ticket. That's actually not too bad. It was higher before. Like, if you do like a Forgotten Temple run or something, you would get this really quick. So that's actually not too bad. And then as you can see, they added 1,500% experience scrolls at the end of both of them, which is also a good reward. So yeah, and then the exchange one, I never do this one because this one's almost never actually worth doing because you need this for other stuff. So I don't know, I just never end up doing this. Although the Z coins are still in there and they're pretty good, but I personally never do this. So in addition to the update, we have the Dekaron Fisherman is a strange fellow who's arrived from parts unknown to celebrate 15 years of Dekaron, and the only way he knows how. We're not sure what he's put in the water, but the hungry piranha and piranha bones seem to be finding their way onto the fish hooks a good bit more often. So the fisherman has brought his personally designed Fisherman's Big Fishing Rod and collection of 15th anniversary runes. He'll be willing to give you both if you can demonstrate an appreciation of his craft. Now, I'm curious immediately, like, is this Big Fisherman's Rod like a permanent auto fishing rod? Because that's the only thing that would actually be relevant. Because before, the only people who can actually do fishing are people who are willing to spend money. And you get the auto fishing rod, and then there's the rune. Here's the rune. Pretty good stats, although it's kind of funny here. It says 15th rune has a relatively low proc rate, but it's confirmed to be working. So that's kind of silly. It's like, why get a one-day rune for those when it doesn't even proc that often, but whatever. So let's go take a look at the deck, or the fisherman here now, and see what he has to offer. The only thing that would be interesting to me is, as a free player, am I able to get an auto fishing rod? And I really don't think that's likely, so let's go ahead and check it out. Here's our fisherman. So a prize catch looks like a quest. So you do 10 hungry piranha, and then you get your one-day exchange box, which I've seen a lot of people saying that this still takes forever to get. So like it's like why would you fish for like 7 days to get one day rune? That seems kind of silly to me. And then let's look at these other ones. Fisherman Traces. So you can only receive the rod once. So this one you obviously get some type of a rod for, and you have to collect 10 traces of Dekaron Fishman. And it says if you're using a premium auto rod, Big Fisherman's rod, you'll find trace of Dekaron Fisherman at random, which means you have to spend money to even try to get this. And from what I've seen, this stuff isn't really dropping anyway, so it doesn't really seem worth it to me. Although I would want to know if this premium or this special rod that you get is actually an auto fishing rod. That would be really good to know, and they really don't tell us, so that's unfortunate. And then the last one, collect 1 trace of Dekaron Fisherman, except I have no idea what this exchange is for. You'll be ready to fish on my level, and go get him yourself. I don't know. So, yeah, I have no idea because it doesn't even tell you what you get here. So, I don't know. This doesn't seem very good to me, and I don't know. I think they tried to do something with fishing here, but it's still, like, fishing is still entirely unworth it for anyone who doesn't have the auto rod, and you got to pay money for that. So, kind of silly, and still not a piece of content that I will be involved in at all. Okay, we'll move on. Another event that will last in the festival of 3 weeks is increased success on Matira's Tear, Fang, and Devilhorn. Now, this is good, but I don't think it's the answer. Because, yes, they increased the rates, and I saw the rates in chat, or in the Dekaron Discord, and I saw that the final upgrade for the horn, for example, is now 3% instead of like 1.6% or something like that. But the problem is that you need tons of angers, and these angers, like the drop rate is absolutely horrendous. Like they nerfed the drop rate to the floor for the angers. You used to be able to get so many, and the rate wasn't even a problem then. Like the rate was fine. Honestly, like I got the horn on my main account and I had no issues because the anger drop rate was actually good enough. It still took me a while, but because you could farm so many angers, it wasn't a problem. The anger drop rate is so bad now that it doesn't even matter. And I already saw a bunch of people complaining on Discord about how like, oh, I saved up all these angers and yay, it's 3% instead of 1%, but I still have no chance of getting it. And now I have to spend another 3 weeks, which is the duration of the event, trying to even get angers, which you can only do by running like a tons of battle support. The anger drop rate needs to be increased. It's really bad right now. Honestly, the insanity one is not great, but I think the insanity one should be a little higher. But the anger one it's just terrible, and it needs to be changed. Like absolutely needs to be changed. So this event was a nice idea, but unfortunately, it's probably not going to do too much other than the first upgrade, getting through the tier will be a 100% success rate. And for those of you who are new to the server, I can show you that really quick here. I'm not going to upgrade past this because I know I have no chance of competing in PvP. But as you continue to upgrade, the PvP is really good. But this is actually a really good PvE item early on if you max it out because it's a 20% critical damage buff, which adds a lot to your damage. So make sure to go in and do that right now. Since this is only going to be going for 3 weeks, it's a 100% success rate to get to this stage. So make sure you do that. Otherwise, though, yeah, I don't know. Like, I think the real answer here is anger. The anger drop rate just needs to be increased. Like, let's just be honest here. They added raw materials for Quinn's earring to the gold treasure boxes. That's kind of good, I guess, for people who are trying to get this earring and don't want to actually go farm it. So that's cool. There's some new mounts. I mean, you guys know I don't really pay too much attention to the D-Shop thing here, but we have a new mount here. I think 2 new mounts, actually. We got Greenie and then Kirin of the Ninth Sky. I don't know which one this is. I'm guessing this is Kirin of the Ninth Sky. And then in that case, I don't know what Greenie is. So we'll have to... I'm sure we'll see some people running around in game and then we can take a look at them. But yeah, cool. I mean, new mounts. I think these are really good premium items for spending money because... you don't get some like crazy buff to your character. I mean, yeah, you get a little bit of a buff, but it's not insane, and they're very cosmetic. So these being in the premium shop, I have no issue with. And then they also added the Genesis wings to the boxes. And one thing that's a little upsetting to me here is that... Oh, no, the gold mechanic wings are still in here, so I should hopefully maybe be able to buy them at some point. But yeah, I don't pay too much attention to the boxes, but, I guess the mounts look kind of cool. And then They added a few more boxes to the game. They just changed the name, basically. There's some new XP scroll boxes, and you know, it's funny. I saw in chat people were upset that this was, or sorry, not in chat, but in the Dekaron Discord, that this was added, but they weren't doing an experience event, and now, just as I saw that, they're going to do an experience event for like 5 days, 500%. Because, yeah, these scrolls are actually completely worthless unless you're running the experience event. And even then, it's not that great because you're still just AFKing in Arcadia. But whatever. And then, you know, another wing box and another socket stone box. Once again, I think these should be farmable in game. Just going to throw that out there. But they're not, so here we go. Bug fixes. Papaya Anniversary tokens now stack up to 50. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like you were going to need to save up like 26 of them and they didn't stack. That was ridiculous. However, I did see that right now, if you first get them, for some reason they're not stackable now until you change channel. So just change channel and then they'll become stackable. And we have Camouflage that now stacks up to 100. That is also awesome. Catalyst stack up to 20. That is awesome. And the Dragon's Nest drops have been straightened out. I don't know what that means. What do they mean by straightened out? Like, are they good now, or are the double dragons back? I'm guessing not, but I'm not sure what that means. So I'm gonna have to go in game and check that out, and I probably will on like one of my streams or something. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, I have been streaming on YouTube, so you know, make sure to subscribe and stuff so you can see when I'm doing that. I do schedule them ahead of time. I haven't had any scheduled recently, but I will be doing more of those soon. The other thing I wanted to mention is these park tickets. If you get them via the connection time rewards, if you log off or change server, for some reason right now it disappears. So make sure you don't collect the ticket unless you're actually at the dungeon and going to use it right away. It's just a heads up. I saw it as a bug and I just wanted you guys to know. Anyway, there you go. Dekaron's 15th anniversary celebration. Honestly, overall, this event looks pretty good. I will definitely at least log in to do my daily dungeons, but as you guys can see, that takes like 2 seconds. So I don't think beyond that I'm going to be on that much. But I can see that a lot of thought and effort went into this update, and to me it means a lot to see that, you know, some of these things were put in the game, which is kind of cool. I do want to mention too that the 15th anniversary emblem, see, when they add events, like, they should make it so that everyone can get the event items. Like, what's the point of making it so everyone can't get the event items? Because that's no fun. Like, get people excited to come in, like, oh cool, there's this new awesome emblem that, you know, I can get on. And oh, sorry, my computer's wonking out here. There's like this cool event and I can get this really cool looking emblem and it's awesome. And like, everyone should be able to do that. Like, that would make it so much more fun if everyone could just come in and get the cool looking emblem. And then obviously you have your more premium stuff like the, you know, like the mount here that you're only going to get if you pay. So just throwing that out there, like, you know, there should be, you know, give people a reason to log in. Give people a reason to do the event. Because if they do the event for 2 weeks and they end up getting nothing because of RNG, people aren't going to come back and participate in events. So just going to throw that out there. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I've been streaming, so keep an eye out for those on YouTube. I've been streaming on YouTube. If you have any questions or suggestions, as always, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, guys, take care.